Do you think you can still hit as hard as you used to be able to?
We're gonna see. I can say this, my last fight, I didn't have no interest in doing it. I'm interested in doing it now. This is fun right now. Day 2, we're getting ready for you.
It appears Mike Tyson has had enough of Jake Paul's antics these past few days, as he's now issued a knockout warning to Jake Paul ahead of their upcoming fight. Boxing fans were taken aback by the news that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson's impending fight will be a genuine sanctioned pro boxing match that will impact both fighters' records. Many had expected the bout would be an exhibition. Now you can see why Mike Tyson is sending a knockout warning to Jake Paul, as he's not letting a YouTuber beat him on his pro record. I mean, just look how serious he's taking his training for the fight.
One more.
Day 3, you still wanna fuck with me? Day 4, no, it was okay, but you don't know what you got in store, baby. You gotta face the God of War. And get ready, baby. Fire in the house.
As a lot of the talk online is that Mike Tyson is washed up and old, and that he's just ruining his legacy by fighting Jake Paul, as he will get knocked out. But it seems people's perspectives are changing tune after his recent videos, where numerous posts like, "Jesus, who else is seeing the young Tyson in his face when he was speaking? It's hard for a mom to lose her son at 27 years old. Greatest of all time. This is what taking care of your body looks like. At this age, still performing at a high level? Love to see it." Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notification bell. This way you'll never miss out on any future celebrity videos similar to these. Ahead of their huge spectacle fight, many people have been claiming the rules to the fight, where a viral TikTok with almost 20 million views stated that there would be headgear and Logan Paul would be a tag team partner in the ring. This caused many fans confused, where comments were left stating, "At this point, Mike Tyson already won. What kind of rules are these? There ain't no way these are the rules. At that point, does he get to shoot Tyson in the knee and both shoulders right before the fight? Is this true? No weigh-in? No drug test? Wearing headgear? Tag team with brother in a boxing match? Is this even considered a legit boxing match?" It's pretty hilarious how people actually believe this as soon as they saw the video. Like, how's the guy that posted it even a credible source to start with? Jake Paul evidently had enough of this, as it appeared people were actually believing the guy behind the video, and he posted a response clearing everything up.
Just a quick message to the people who are complaining about the rules of me versus Mike Tyson. Some TikToker made a video making up all these fake rules, me and Logan tag teaming him, us wearing headgear, all of this bullshit. If you believe that, you're a fucking idiot, and you shouldn't be allowed to vote. You shouldn't be allowed to drive on the streets and endanger other people. I feel bad for any dumbass who believes that.
The primary factor contributing to this fight's success is that it can be found on Netflix, making it available to the majority of fans and appearing in over 260 million homes globally. The audience is utterly divided over who will win though, which is the key point. According to half of the internet, he is tormenting Mike Tyson, who is 60 years old, and despite his strength, there is no way he can withstand the harm. Conversely, the other 50% say, "This is Mike Tyson. He is incomparable to any YouTuber." Although something that came out recently which isn't looking good, Mike Tyson has been sent a serious health warning by a professional doctor after agreeing to fight Jake Paul. Senior lecturer in medicine at Anglia Ruskin University, Stephen Hughes, outlined Tyson's possibly lethal injuries from Paul in a post for the conversation. As he is an older man and recovering alcoholic, Iron Mike is at risk of suffering a subdural hematoma, which is the tearing of veins in the brain. In older people, the brain tends to lose volume, Hughes explained. This lengthens the bridging veins and makes them more vulnerable to rupture. Bleeding from these torn veins causes a collection of blood that presses on the brain. This causes confusion, loss of consciousness, neurological disability, and in some cases, death. Alcoholism is known to accelerate brain shrinkage, and it appears that Tyson has this as a past risk factor. So with this being in mind, surely this fight cannot be sanctioned as a pro event. It would have to be an exhibition, as it's way too risky for Mike Tyson as other than the huge payday, which I doubt he desperately needs. There's literally nothing to gain from the fight itself. As most of you would know, in July 2022, Mike Tyson was seen using a walking cane and even ended up in a wheelchair due to his health conditions, which also raised many questions on his ability for the fight itself come July 20th. On the Joe Rogan podcast, he even spoke about how after a training session video he showed, it destroyed his body right after. Want me to tell you something about that video? I filmed that video and I was in bed for a week. That was 30 seconds, and I was in bed for a week. It's not funny because it made me realize that this is big boy shit. Before we go any further into the video, what are your guys' honest thoughts on the fight itself? And could you see Jake Paul actually winning and maybe even knocking Mike Tyson out? Or has Mike Tyson's recent training videos convinced you he will get the job done? Comment down below. Speaking of Joe Rogan, he's still convinced Mike Tyson will get the job done against Jake Paul regardless of what anyone else has to say.
The one thing he doesn't want to do is fight Mike.
No.
Yeah, he wants to fight Mike, I think.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't give a fuck if he's 55.
Yeah.
That's still Mike Tyson.
Mike's in good shape, too.
Oh, my God.
Mike trains every day.
He trains with Rafael Cordero, who's a legend in MMA. He runs King's Mixed Martial Arts. And Rafael is a fucking world-renowned trainer. When you see him holding the mitts for Tyson, and Tyson smashing the mitts, you're like, Jesus,
Mike,
that guy can still fuck you up.
At the end of the day, it's hard to root against Mike Tyson, considering he's known as one of the hardest hitters in boxing history, with some of the most deadliest knockouts. Then when you have a YouTuber as his opponent, most would instantly think the YouTuber stands no chance. Although the reality is, he's 57 and these training videos are only 5 seconds of each clip. So of course he will hit like a train. Eddie Hearn seems to think the same thing and even believes Jake Paul will win due to the fact just mentioned.
Netflix, it's great to see them in boxing, so I think he'll do really well, but it's just not really one for me.
Is it not one for you because of the fact that he's old and older, sorry, that it's dangerous, or just more that you don't want him to kind of tarnish his...
I think you should be fighting at 58 years, or again, sorry if I got the age wrong, but 57, yeah, 57 years old. But also, the guy was one of the greatest ever fighters. Why do you want to go in at 5% of what you were and lose to a guy like Jake Paul?
Anyway, this concludes today's video. Be sure to subscribe to LoafTube for future celebrity videos. And turn on that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. Until then, see you in the next one.